Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channels. Today we find ourselves staying here for round number 4 of the alternate Scenic League series here in season 7. And today we're going to be racing at the Silverstone circuit. So then, having a look into the standings, it is Emerson Gomez who keeps on having a perfect start with 3 wins in the first 3 races. He now leads with 91 points. Then Sven Halbert now climbs up into second place with 3 place finishes so far in these first 3 races. Then Patrick Kivimaki, who had a disappointing race in round 2, now with another P2 finish in the previous race, now climbs up into third place. Then Sebastian Muller, with a very disappointing finish, is now in P4, followed by his teammate Victor Lewis, who finds himself in P5. Then looking at the constructors, it is LSA still leading the way with FCR also still in second place. Nordic Thunder though got very close to SCP in the battle for third place. Then we see still this battle for P5 between Full Force and Russo British Racing. And then you got Rapid Racing Team and Lynx Racing tied on 48 points. And then you got Black Wizard followed in by VO in last place. So without any further ado, let's get ourselves into the qualifying session. Alright, here we go then into the qualifying session, which will now be just a little bit different, as these tires will have some reduced tire wear, or they will be wearing out a lot slower, and qualifying will be a little bit bigger now. Instead of 5 minutes, it will be now 6 minutes, so you might see drivers setting their best laps at different times, at least on their second and third tries. So yeah, let's see then who's going to be up there at the end of this qualifying session. So we got then Lewis, Gibson and Halbert right at the front here. Who's going to be taking that provisional pole? And it seems to be Gibson. So the British driver at the front with a lap of 30.57. That is quite impressive from him, as we got then Kivimaki in second place, Gomez third, then it's Lewis and who is in P5? Ooh, that's Grenier. We got Halberg in P7. We got then Grenier quite far ahead here. Could he be on the banking lap though? As we see him now on the main straight, and does he improve up to second place? And then we got then, looks like Muller did not improve. Ooh, that is definitely bad for him now. As we got then the others looking to improve. We got Pulatov up into second place. So he got past Grenier. And yeah, they got closer to Gibson. We see him here right at the front now. Could he give a good answer though? That's the main thing. So as we see him on the main straight, can he do a good lap or not? And no, he cannot improve. And we see not that many improvements. Oh, we got Gomez up into first place then. The championship leader now leading this qualifying session. As we see right now, Halberg down in P12. So we see then Kivimaki and Gibson now on their final attempt. Can they take pole position? And looks like Gibson will not improve. As we see, looks like he cannot steal pole position from Gomez. And as we see, Muller did improve now up to P7, but Halberg I think stayed in the same place. No, actually he did improve, but he's only P13. So definitely not good enough. This is now the final lap of qualifying. Could Halberg have another shot though? Look at his speed. It might be possible, even though it's really hard to do it. As we see now, Kivimaki then taking the finish flag. As we see, Halberg got very close to his personal best there. And we see, I don't think there's any improvements here on this final lap. So very anticlimactic ending to this qualifying. Or maybe Gomez improved even further. Look at his lap though. 30.3. But yeah, let's then have a look into the starting grid for today's race. So as you then have a look into the starting grid, it is Emerson Gomez starting on pole position. So for the first time in this season, it is not an SCP driver who gets pole. And then you got Ray Gibson in starting in second place, followed by Bulatov. And then you got Robin Grenier starting in P4 today with Kivimaki just ahead of both FCRs with Lewis and Muller in P7, and you got Zitek in P8 just ahead of the Black Blizzards, Frederiksen and Novak, who close the top 10. Then we see then it's Vermeulen in P11 followed by Forenzi. Then we got both SCPs with a very disastrous qualifying Leon and Halberg there on row number 7. Then we got on row number 8 Joe Ribeiro, then William Maxwell, the only English driver here today. With then now both VEOs, Godfrey and Silvio there. Then you got Suarez with the very disastrous qualifying. Same for Garcia, who's going to be starting then at the back. So let's get ourselves into the race. 47 laps here around Silverstone for the British Grand Prix. Here we go then. It is a bright sunny day here in Silverstone, and it is go here for the British Grand Prix. Gomez will be leading the grid the way, as we see then Gibson still in second place. It's a very slow start here, as we got right now Kivimaki just trying to find a way past Grenier, but he cannot do it. As we see now Lewis is trying to take advantage. Now we got Zitek and Muller going side by side, with same with the Black Blizzards, and then Ferenzi up there. As we see right now, Lewis is trying to overtake Kivimaki, but Kivimaki goes through the left side. He now takes P4 then. Bulotov is in third place, once again having a nice start here. Then we got, then it's Muller side by side with Frederiksen, Grenier, Kivimaki, then Zitek as well. Albert gaining a few places here, now getting himself into the top 10. So that's going to be crucial. He's currently in second place in the championship, so he still has realistic chances of winning it. But Parade needs to be gaining points on Gomez. As you see then, Gibson now leading the way. This might be the first positive news for Full Force in this season. They might actually have a chance in today's races. Now we see Lewis going side by side with Gomez right now. And look at him, but Gomez with a very amazing defensive drive there. Now we see the grid just starting to spread. But we got now Kivimaki just trying to get past the Russian. There's Zuz. They go side by side through Megats and Beckett's, but there was no space for both of them. But now there he goes then. Kivimaki making the move on into Stowe. Now we go into the final straight. We got Gomez now trying to challenge Gibson for the race lead. Could his streak just continue now with 4 wins in a row? That will be interesting, as we see right now Kivimaki having to defend against Bulatov. Then we got Muller now MP2 P8, Ferenzi battling him as well. Looks like Halberg may have lost some position. Yeah, he's down in P12 again. Now we see Garcia starting in last place, and now she's up into P12. So an amazing start on those soft tires. As we see then, she's behind Frederiksen, and Ferenzi will go side by side. Ooh, she almost made it 3 wide. Then we got here Muller just getting past the Dutchman there. He goes up into P7. So trying to show some pace here. We got now Gomez into the lead still, but Gibson now just trying to take it back, as we see, but he does not have the exit. Muller now tries to overtake Bulatov. And just take a look at him. There he goes. And yeah, now this time around he's actually being able to recover right on the first stint. The previous race was not exactly that way. As we see then, yeah, Gomez just not being able to get away now with this one. So far as we got then Muller. Now making a move on Zitek, goes up into P5 then. Really doing some tremendous work here. We got Vermeulen versus Godfrey. Leon is right behind. Halber just seems to be going backwards in this race. As we see him then, down in P15, we got Forenzi, the same thing as well. Suarez just gained a few places. He started really far back. Now he's up into P13. Garcia also trying to battle for the top 10 finish as well. We see now Godfrey battling Leon there. And yeah, we see this huge mixture of strategies. Looks like Muller has lost some pace as well. And now we got a battle for the second place here. We got Lewis, Gibson and Kivimaki. Just take a look at them. See now Kivimaki just trying to find a way past the Scottish driver. Muller goes now around the outside of Zitek. That was a really good move there. As he got once again Gibson. Now try to overtake his teammate. As he goes easily on the inside. And now he goes up, goes back into second. Now we see Kivimaki around the outside there. Oh my god, that was almost an amazing move there. As we see now Muller just catching this group then for second place. This could be very, very decisive for the race. We see him now around the outside and then the inside. He caught his teammates by surprise, as he now is going to be finding himself behind Dave Gibson. Can he do it then as he goes in with the faster car right now? As we see then Muller now trying to find a way past Kivimaki. Can he do it? Yes, he can. That was really just effortless. As we see Zitek now getting past Gibson, I think. Is he going into the pits right now? No, he stays out, but Lewis though will dive into the pits right now. So he pits for another set of soft tires. Bulatov should do maybe something similar. No, he goes for the hards. Yeah, we see that now Lewis will end up right at the back here. He's only ahead of other drivers who've also pitted. Now we got Gibson then into the pits, as he goes for another set of soft tires. Let's see where he's going to be against Virtual Lewis, who was close to him on track, and I think he's going to do the undercuts. Yes, so Gibson comes out in P15 just ahead of Mullen. And yes, so he's going to be in P15. He's going to have some work to do here on this second seat. Lewis now gets easily past Romain Grenier. Now it's one of the junior drivers who is not going to be good if he starts slowing him down. But there he goes now, he's going to be getting out of the way. Yes, soon we might see the drivers on the medium speed. But yeah, it's definitely not the case for now. Because you see him now just trying to get past Novak. Can he do it there up the inside? Let's see. Ooh, they go still side by side there. Novak with the nice defending move. But now he doesn't have a chance. But yeah, this is just costing time to the Canadian. In the meantime, look at Sebastian Muller battling Gomez for the race lead here. And here we go, then Muller takes the lead of the race. As we see then Gomez is trying to fight back. As we see then now Gomez taking back that race lead. As we see now a popular battle between these two drivers. But let's see then Muller just trying to get past the Brazilian once again. It's FCR versus LSA. They go wheel to wheel there. Muller around the outside. Can he do it? I think he can. Gomez tries to defend, but to no avail. And now it is Muller. Through he goes into the race lead once again. As we go back here, we got Halberg. Right now, happy to P5, but still you have to pit, of course. Kizimaki starting to struggle on those mediums. But yeah, still they're not going into the pits. They're actually extending these tires. And you can see how Albert just easily gets past him. Now he's going to get past Sietek. We got also Kivimaki, so I think we might see the top 4 in the championship now. Being in the top 4 in this race is now Gomez. Gets called in by LSA to go into the pits. Kivimaki has followed him. And now he's going to go into the hard tires. Kivimaki though goes for the softs. So the second seat might be very, very interesting. We got Gomez then now down in P11. And will the hard runners then going to the pits? Ooh, looks like it's now. So Muller then dives into the pits. This should give Lewis the lead of the race, but no, looks like Halberg still managed to hold on just for a little bit longer. But I think it's going to be inevitable. Yeah, there he goes, Lewis with an easy move there on Halberg. I think it's time to go into the pits. But yes, so Muller has pitted for the mediums and he comes out just ahead of Gomez, which might be very, very crucial now, and he's going to have fresher and faster tires as well. Kivimaki also now just trying to overtake Gomez there, but not possible. But yeah, the hard tires are not exactly a bad tire here, as you may have seen. Because now Gomez just proving exactly that. He goes around the outside of Kivimaki. That was quite the move there. And now Halberg finally pits, as well as Zietek. As we see there now Gomez with a nice move around the outside of Bulatov. Now Kivimaki goes through the inside. Now it's Muller just trying to do the same here. He's still firing up those tires. And we find ourselves here on lap 21. There he goes, Muller. Through cops, he gets past Bulatov. And then we see Kivimaki then trying to overtake Garcia. She's still defending there, but yeah, those medium tires might be much older than Kivimaki's tires. And yeah, seems like there were still a few drivers out on track on the hard tires, but they will definitely be bumped down into the back of the grid. But then they're obviously going to have that tire advantage. Muller right now, we just see him getting past Gomez there right before Magnussen Beckett's Hallberg. Right now trying to get past Fredriksson. He goes around the outside there. And he managed to just do it. A very tight overtake. Now we got Lewis and Gibson into the pits. Lewis goes for the hard tires. This might be his final pit stop. No, maybe not. It's gonna be a bit of a stretch to do that. So it will be 24 laps. So yeah, not really sure if that's happening. So he might do a very late pit stop for the soft tires. So yeah, free stopper should be the way to go for him. Same with Gibson. As we got then Garcia battling Bulatov, she makes the move on him. That was nicely done there. As we see then Vermeulen just diving into the pits. Now we see Hallberg also try to recover. He got badly undercutted by the likes of Muller and Gomez as well. Yeah, we got then Kivimakis on the soft tires. Might do an interesting undercut, because he's definitely going to have to pit earlier. Although the main question I think is going to be if he can do a two-stopper. To be honest, I think it might be possible, but it really depends on which tire Nordic Thunder decides to put him on. As now he tries to overtake Sebastian Muller. Would Kivimaki do it? Into Magnussen Beckett's Muller just blocking the path. Gomez also just getting closer. But now here goes Kivimaki, then up things Muller defends through the outside. As we see this pattern continue, but he's gonna struggle there on that final turn. We see then Leon, who with Albert then makes the move. But yeah, then we have this big battle here. We got Zitek, Bulatov, Gibson, and then Lewis. These two drivers are technically battling at the front, but they are on a complete different strategy. Right now they are here with the target of trying to catch the drivers that are currently at the front. But as we see then, Gomez and Muller still battle each other here. And then we got now Kivimaki just coming in from behind. Gomez goes up the inside there. Kivimaki just watching him, but no, he goes into the pits then. So they were just pushing because it was the in lap. As we see right now, Muller just going through a move on Gomez there. And once again, he just keeps that lead. But as we see then, Muller goes defensive there. Ooh, he's not going to give him space. We got some spicy moments here. But maybe the softs were not the right tires. We see now Leon defending against Gibson, just trying to fight, but Leon is very resilient there. Using all of his experience to battle yet another driver also here. For every single season, as we got Lewis on the hard tires, just trying to be patient here. You see them on the back straight. Then goes in Leon with a nice move. And then we also got Zitek there, but on much older tires. But yeah, we still see this battle going on here. Oh my god, look at that. But it is then Forenzi now leading this group. But yeah, starting to struggle to his tires. Can we see then Luis? But now just try to overtake Leon there. There goes Leon then up inside. This Forenzi might be, yeah, he's gonna have to pitch soon, but now Luis! Through goes Lewis! There it was an amazing overtake there. He waited for the right moment and then he has done it. In the meantime, looks like Kivimaki is going into the pits for the second time. And I'm not sure if he's gonna be able to go into the end with those mediums. He might once again just do another pit stop as well. But yeah, as we see then, oh, he gets pushed by Leon. Then we see Forenzi. I think this might be the right time, yeah, for LSA to call him in. Zitek also pits, as we see now Kivimaki having an easy move on Leon. And now we see here, yeah, Gomez maybe starting to get a bit of an edge against Muller when it comes to the tires. But as we see these two go side by side. And here we go, that final turn is where you can see the difference in the tire wear. As Gomez now makes the move on Sebastian Muller. But still, they're battling each other, but Gomez goes back into the lead. It's been a very thrilling race so far, that is for sure. As we see Muller and Gomez just going all out against each other here. There he goes, Muller. Now just sticking back P1. Gomez is not giving up though. Muller tries to defend, but he goes through the outside. And now I think, yeah, that's the time for him to go into the pits. Let's see, maybe he's gonna pick the mediums. No, he's gonna pick the softs. But I'm pretty sure he should go into the end on those tires. But yeah, that's gonna be interesting then. Might actually just struggle though. It's a very risky strategy here from FCR. As we got in now Kivimaki battling Lewis. And yeah, so a lap later, looks like Gomez is gone into the pits, but we have this battle right here, which is actually for the provisional lead. And there he goes, and Kivimaki leads the way. Gibson now will be up into third place. We see then Vermeulen. Can Sebastian Muller then make the undercut? Yes, he can. As, yeah, now he's going to be ahead. Then we got Alberg. Yes, pitted for the mediums. But as you can see, his undercut not exactly working now. He's going to have the disadvantage to the end of the race. But let's see now, Muller just trying to make the most out of these tires. As he's now in P4, but later on though, this could really bite him back. So, yeah, we'll have to wait to see it to the end. He's definitely going to have a battle into the end of this race. Once again, just looking like the best race of the season so far. As we then see Gomez battling Roy Vermeulen. There he goes, and Gomez with a nice move there on the Dutchman. As you see then now Muller getting a move on Gibson. But there he goes in Muller. Look at the difference in speed though. He's really just pushing right now. He's not backing off even though he needs to save those tires. As now let's see who's going to be going to the pits. So there he goes. Kivimaki pits again. Lewis also. Gibson goes into the pits. So yeah, looks like Ferrezi as well. So Ferrezi also is going into the pits. That was a very small stint there. Looks like got the full forces battling each other there, but on a much difference of tires. As Gibson goes in around the outside, he gets the move then. Lewis and Kivimaki. There you go, these two going side by side. Then you got Gibson now also making his move. Definitely does feel like he could have done a much better race, but maybe this free stopper may just not work on their favor. As we see then Gibson then getting past Leon, he goes up into P6, and that might be the maximum that he can do out of this race. But now we see Gomez losing some pace here. Just look at that, as we see now Haber is trying to pass him again, but now Gomez goes back. And again, that final turn is really what makes a huge difference when it comes to the tires. It's hard to defend there on all the tires, that is for sure. Whereas we see Halberg is not giving up, but oh boy, it's just really starting to get complicated. As we see also Kivimaki just getting closer and closer, but I'm afraid it might be a little bit too late. Same for Lewis, who's still going side by side through magazine packets, but they might need to just work together to try and catch the top three, and then battle on the final lap to see who's going to be taking P4. But it seems like, yeah, Lewis is not having none of that. He wants to battle already. As we see him now, look at that nice exit there. This gamble that FCR took with Sebastian Muller, I think will pay off. And I think he's going to gift in him the first win of the season, then the 6-time world champion, then finally will take the top step off the podium here today in Silverstone to win the British Grand Prix. Then Gomez takes second place, and it's Halberg. Lewis takes P4, followed by Kivimaki. Then it is Gibson, followed by Leon Ferrezi. Then we see here Ziatek. And oh my god, now I'm gonna have some lag. Look, he's already at the end. We see here Suarez, Garcia, Ribeiro, Maxwell, Novak. Then we have it Silvio and Godfrey, so the video's right at the end there. So let's then have a look into the standings. As we see, looks like Blotov is taking the fastest lap in P10. So yeah, let's then have a look into the standings then. So having a look into the standings, you got then Emerson Gomez for the first time in this season actually getting his gap in championship lead decreased just a little bit. But now it is then Sebastian Muller being 24 points behind with his first win of the season. Then, however, keeps his P3 streak impressively enough. Then we got then Kirimaki now down in P4 with then Victor Lewis still there in P5. Then we see it's Leon and Miklos Ferenzi tied on 47 points with Polatov being right behind on 45 points. And we got then Leonardo Suarez closing that top 10 with 43 points. And then you got both Lynx Racing drivers tied on 30 points. And then in team standings, it is LSA still in the way, but however, they actually lost a lot of points to FCR, who's now just 6 points behind them. And then we see here SCP is still in third, but they did got a little bit of a distance now to Nordic Thunders. We also see Full Force getting away from Rapid Racing Team as well as Huso British Racing, who actually got overtaken by the British team. And then we see here Lynx Racing then still in P8, and then it's still also Black Wizard and Video there. And that's it for today's video. And then for the next round, we're going to be traveling to France to race at the Magny-Cours circuit for the first time in this season and this series, of course. So we'll see you there. Until the next time, goodbye.